All right, moving right along, left to right, we got the final figure for this 5-figure pack. And I forgot to look at his name, but it's Ekko, or Ekko. I'm not 100% sure on his name. All right, so Ekko is, I'm guessing, a guy, but I don't know because those hips are awfully wide for those shoulders, but who knows? I mean, I've met people like that before. I had a friend named Lee that had what I called Bugs Bunny hips is what I called him, because he looked like Bugs Bunny. I mean, he had the smaller shoulders and the larger bottom, or hips. So I always thought he looked like Bugs Bunny. He comes with a really interesting, I guess this is a sword. It looks like a push-up pop or something you could, like a paddle, like, you know, like old college type of thing. Yeah, well, I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm going to assume it's a sword. Again, I don't know anything about these figures. I just thought they looked pretty cool, and I think they were like $20 for a 5-pack, and I thought at first it was a 4.5-pack, but if you go back and watch my first review, that figure is not as bad as I thought it was going to be, to be completely honest with you. All right, you can get it in here. I'd probably have to do a little bit of, there we go. Do a little bit more stressing than I would want to do with. So his weapon does fit in his hand pretty nicely, or her hand. I'm still not sure about this at all. And again, you're going to probably comment below, you're like, of course it's a guy, girl, because of course I played the game. And I'm like, I don't play the game. I don't know anything about it. All right, so let's look at articulation. On the head, we got a ball joint. It looks pretty good. It's hindered by this collar though. So you're not going to get quite as much of a dynamic pose out of it, especially also since the hair and the collar disagree with each other. So it's also very rubbery feeling. The shoulder goes up. Whew, wow, I can't do that. And of course it does 360 degrees all the way around. At the elbow, of course, it's going to go 360 degrees around and hinge as well. The wrists on these have no articulation, but honestly, we got plenty of articulation. On him, her, I'm assuming him, the articulation is, whew, again, very Bugs Bunny. I mean, this is just like my friend Lee. I mean, seriously, my friend Lee had the same kind of, like, he had the bigger hips and the smaller head, or smaller shoulders. The articulation is right there in the, I want to say, stomach, not at the waist. At the waist, or actually below the waist, we have a ball crotch on him. Her, I don't know. So it goes out, it splays out this far. I should have done a splay on all of them because there is some limits right here. And it does have a thigh swivel, which is always helpful. Let's see if it has overkill, like it does a thigh swivel and this. Yes, so it's kind of pointless to have a thigh swivel and this. I mean, it does the same thing. You can actually rotate this. Watch, his bottom and his top are not going to move, but his thigh is going to go all the way around 360 degrees without the top or bottom moving. So it's a bit of overkill, and that's something that the company that I can't think off the top of my head what it's called, it's Spin Master. Yes, they're very, they do that, and I don't understand. You're overkilling the articulation. I don't mind it. It's just if you're going to give more articulation, do his ankles. I mean, that would be a little bit more helpful. All right, good. He's not too stretchy or boinky on his knees, because that's one of the things I worry about when I'm doing this for the first time. You have to loosen them up. It is very ratchety right here on his elbow. All right, let's take a closer look at his or her face, which I'm just going to have to assume is a him at this point. Wow, those eyes. Whew, that's creepy. Let me see if I can get it to focus a bit better. So he could be somewhat related to Storm with that white mohawk. Hey, it could be Storm's son. I used to make a superhero action figure. I didn't. I used to make like the next generation of superheroes. I always thought it'd be a really cool idea because way before they ever thought of that. And one of the things I made Storm's son was named as Spike. And he had electrical powers too. Well, not so much storm powers. He just had more of the electrical powers. Like he dealt one more with lightning. Kind of like what became Static X or Static, whatever his name is, Static Shock. This was before I ever heard of Static Shock. I just came up with Storm's son. So, and he had white hair too. Yeah. He had more of a skater look though to him because I was a skater. This was back in the late 80s, early 90s when I came up with these characters. So he could definitely pass for Spike, which was the name of, and Spike was spelled S-P-Y-K-E. So I figured there's already probably a Spike out there somewhere. Sugar and Spike, I think, is a cartoon characters. But I figured if I put some different lettering into it, I'll be fine. So that was a character I came up with, and he kind of reminds me of Spike a little bit, except not the costume at all. Like, what is this? Well, I've been thinking about this. It's the same color as this, so is this some kind of like, so it's supposed to be like an energy, is this like an energy sword, and that's the energy supply and there's supposed to be a cable coming from it. That's what I'm beginning to think. Comment below if you know anything about this character. And again, his name is Ekko, or Ekko, E-K-K-O. So let me K-N-O-W what you K-N-O-W about him down below. All right, I'm gonna put this sword in for now. All right, and have a great day. Which one's your favorite? I'm gonna go back to this one. So far, out of all 5 of these, I really think this is cool. I like those big old punching hands. I mean, that's just really, I don't know. Probably because I like robots so much. I don't like humans that much. I mean, no offense out there, all you humans that are watching. I just like robots more. I do not like real things like AI. I like fantasy robots. And not like C-3PO. I mean, like more like Cylons and stuff. So anyway, or Shogun Warriors or Transformers. So that's why I like this a lot. This looks really cool. That's just beautiful. All right, this is not about this figure. It was about Spike. Have a great day.